What rejection teaches me is that I am not focused and using my senses and my intuition and my network to help me find more members of my tribe. Hey, so as many of you know, I recently became a mother. I've got a beautiful little family here. We had a daughter back in January of 2021, and it's incredible. And I think a lot about the lessons I want to teach her. Definitely she's going to learn how to dance because her mom was a former ballroom dancer. Her dad is a spiritualist, so she'll learn that too, just through osmosis. But one of the things I want to teach her that I feel that it took a long time for me to learn is how to accept rejection. And I played sports when I was in junior high and high school. And you learn how to be on a team, how to perform. You learn about, how to get harsh criticism. But rejection as a woman isn't something we actually experience in many cases until, we either end up on a dating site or we start raising money and running companies. I remember the first pitch I ever did for investment. It was terrible. It was really bad. And I hope the person who saw that pitch never emerges with any information or any photographs for the interwebs. But rejection is really important because basically it's a process for you to really self-examine. And so if you're watching this and you're a woman, you're a person of color, or you're someone who's just never really experienced deep rejection, I want you to get used to it. Because not in the sense that it helps you become a stronger person or more resilient, but that it actually helps you refine who your people are. So when I think about rejection in the past, it was all about, am I being good enough? Is my pitch good enough? Is this good enough, good enough, good enough? And what I've learned at this stage of life is that it actually isn't about good enough. It's about fit. It's about, is this person that is giving me this rejection in this moment, are they a good fit for my tribe? And what I used to say in my grit days is that, it's really about just leaning in and pitching more and pitching more. I don't believe that anymore. What I believe is that there's capital for your business. There's an investor for you. As hairy as your business might be, as new, as adaptive as you are as an entrepreneur, there is someone out there who is looking for an opportunity similar to what you have or looking specifically for you. And so what rejection teaches me is that I am not focused and using my senses and my intuition and my network to help me find more members of my tribe. And so as you're thinking about going out and raising money, you're going to get rejection. You might get rejection because of who you are. You might not fit a pattern. Your business might not be something. And the way that you handle that is with grace, because really it's not about you. You also handle it by saying, did I believe this person was a good fit for my tribe and for what I'm building? And then third is, how do I use this information, this experience to further and either improve what I'm doing, but more importantly, to find people who fit my tribe? What are the attributes of someone who's rejecting the idea that you've got, the opportunity, the timing, the whatever, and what is someone who leans in? So rejection isn't someone who says, wow, I really like you, but now's not the time for me. That's someone who's pulling themselves out of your process for whatever reason. And in my experience, VCs can be at the end of a fund. Individual investors can be out of capital. There are real reasons why someone just says, right now is not the timing for me. But if you hear someone say, I just don't like it, they're probably not a good investor for what you're doing right now. And so there are ways to respond, which is to ghost. But the other response is to honor that person and honor the lack of fit they have for you, and then record that, think about it, push it into the future, because they might be a great fit for an opportunity that you have in the future. I've had plenty of investors who've passed on my deal to invest later or to help me find investors. And so always assume good intent. And if someone rejects your opportunity right now, it's because they're not a good fit for it right now. If someone rejects you, and you learn that through how you're treated, it's really about fit. And so what you want to be looking for are people who are signaling in the world that they're interested in making investments similar to what you're doing. And they're signaling that either on Twitter, on social media. They're signaling by looking at the investments that they've already made, so by your study, or they're signaling by telling their network, hey, I'm looking for deals like this. And the way that you find those tribal members and those kindred spirits is you ask your network, who are people who are looking for these types of things? And so by the way you're signaling out to the world that you're interested in certain types of investors. And so how to get funded is not an act of simply going out and doing hundreds and hundreds of pitches. It is actually by knowing what your unique value proposition is, leveraging your relationships so that they can help you signal and find signals, and by understanding how to match what you're doing with the right people. And when that happens, it feels incredible. You shouldn't have to convince someone against their own better judgment to invest in anything you're doing. The right investor is running towards you. All right, good luck.